All right, back with another mock draft. So here's an interesting idea. I figured, what if we did an all chaos mock draft? The most chaotic mock draft I can think about, but without using trades, because trades are always chaotic. But what could we do that I could realistically see a scenario for, but would just be insane if it happened? Not necessarily like the worst picks available, but just like the most surprising picks that I think have a chance of happening. So just figured it'd be fun. Listen, mock draft season, got to come up with new ways to make mock drafts and stuff like that. And it kind of makes the discussion, again, it's all about the discussion at the end of the day. People pay too much attention to the actual picks. It's the discussion is what makes mock drafts fun, in my opinion. So let's get into it. So as always, just doing the first round. I'll do a second round mock at a certain point, but for now, just doing the first round. Got to select every team. Let's get into it. All chaos mock draft, no trades. First overall, obviously the most chaotic would be Trayvon Walker, right? I mean, that would be, again, the discussion, the discourse for months after, for years after would be fantastic. And then I think that again, with Aiden Hutchinson going, I feel like there's no chance. I want to keep this in some realm of like things that could actually happen. Is it really possible that Aiden Hutchinson wouldn't get selected number 2 here? Like over, I just don't think so. I think he goes number 2. So Aiden Hutchinson, number 2 in the all chaos mock draft. I think that for number 3, so what did the Texans do? Did the Texans go quarterback? Right? That has to be the case, right? All chaos mock draft. I could see a scenario where they select quarterback. And I think who's the most controversial quarterback in this draft class too? Maybe like Sam Howell or Matt Corral. So that would make it even more chaotic. Are we getting too? I think we might be getting a little bit too crazy here. We'll just go Malik Willis. I could see that happening. Number 4, the New York Jets. I think the New York Jets taking Kyle Hamilton here would be chaotic, and I think it could happen. Again, I think that the chaos with Hamilton going to the Jets, he's obviously has a lot of talent, but like the question would be, does that fit? Are we putting Jamal Adams in a cover 3 zone again, right? That's kind of a similar, I mean, really Robert Saleh runs the same scheme. So are they doing the same thing? That's where things get interesting. So the Giants here, what would make them have what's the most chaotic thing they could do that I could see happening? I think that they're going to go offensive line here. I just do. I think even with, maybe they would pick Thibodeau if he's available, but maybe a chaotic thing could be like if they went after like someone who isn't Evan Neal. I don't think it's that crazy, but again, there got to be some realism. Charles Cross going here, number 6. I think that the Panthers, what they would do is draft quarterback. There is no, there's no Malik Willis. I think if they drafted Kenny Pickett here, that would create a lot of discussion. That's what I'm doing, basically. That's the mindset is, what am I doing that would give me the most to talk about for the next month? That's basically the way to view this stuff. Number 7 for the Giants. Another thing they could do is they could, again, realistic scenario, they could go back to the offensive line. Well, that's an option, and I don't think it's crazy. What would they do here? I don't know. Probably Thibodeau, I guess. So do we have Thibodeau just go here and just say, okay, that's it. That's the chaotic thing to do. It's not really that chaotic, but there has to be some realm of things that could happen here. Maybe. Or is there anyone else that maybe they would be considering? Could they go back to wide receiver? Well, no, they won't do wide receiver. Let's just go Thibodeau. It's what they would do. Not as exciting. Listen, they can't all be chaotic picks. Otherwise, the draft just won't make any sense. Got to keep some realm of logic to this. I think quarterbacks going every time a quarterback can go is, again, the most interesting thing that happens. So quarterback here, I think Desmond Ridder, I think that's probably what they would do if they had a chance at quarterback anyways, because that seems to be the kind of guy Arthur Smith would like. But, okay, Desmond Ridder, number 9. Do we have to go back to a quarterback? Yep, another quarterback. That's chaotic draft, all quarterback draft, and then Sam Howell. So, like, in my opinion, the second best quarterback in the draft for me isn't taken. I did that last time, too, where I had Matt Corral not go in the first round on my what I think would happen mock draft. So I don't know why I keep doing that. But anyways, I'm not sure if that's out now or will be released later. Anyways, number 10. So the Jets already went with Kyle Hamilton. I think they get Derek Stingley here because the chaos for them is not helping out Zach Wilson when it seemed like the entire point of this draft was to help out Zach Wilson, give them a receiver. So that's the chaos, even though they're getting 2, very hyped up prospects. But yeah. Number 11. So do we finish the quarterback run? at number 11. I think we got it. Okay, Matt Corral. So most chaotic draft has 5 quarterbacks going in the top 11. Number 12, the Vikings. Again, if we're saying there's some realm of realism here, which I don't know if there's that much, but if there is some realm of realism here, like how do they not go one of these two offensive linemen? I think they go Akeem Ekwanyu here. That's just what happens. Number 13, the Texans, who they drafted Malik Willis early on, so they need to go after someone else, you would think. What's their chaos move? I guess Evan Neal, just like that's kind of like the one thing they don't desperately need is offensive line, but they could use it, I guess. Not that chaotic, kind of fun. Number 14, the Baltimore Ravens. Again, there's just no chance they wouldn't take Sauce Gardner if he's still available. So, like, I have to pick that. Number 15, the Philadelphia Eagles. Oh, man, it would have been great for them to go quarterback here, right? But does Carson Strong go? Can I justify that? If Carson Strong has like a third round grade, can I justify him? And if maybe with pick 18, I'll do that. That's what I'll do. But I'll at least give it a couple of selections. And instead, they would go, I think wide receiver is probably the next chaotic thing because that at least brings another first round wide receiver for them kind of stuff. The New Orleans Saints here, what do they do? Again, there's what they're probably going to do, which is just go after, offensive line. I guess here's what would make them. Maybe they say, maybe this is their chaotic thing, is they say, hey, George Karlaftis is still on the board. Let's get our star player. There's a little bit of chaos there. I don't know how much, but there's a little bit there at least. Okay, now for the Chargers, what do? They have a couple of clear holes. And so, again, maybe for them, the chaotic thing they do is just ignore those holes and instead get like best player available. Although Trent McDuffie, best player on the board here. So we just go like Devin Lloyd, like because they don't like that's not like the pressing need. So maybe that's what they do. And I think for the Eagles, they just draft another first round wide receiver, right? That's their chaotic thing, which I think is possible. I don't think that's crazy to think that they could do that. The Saints, I think, again, with them, what they're doing is drafting positions that they don't really need and drafting best player available instead. So like Trent McDuffie. So they would get 2 good players, but just like that's not what they need whatsoever. And then the Steelers, they're probably going to go quarterback, I would assume. It would be hilarious if they went back to, is there another running back available? No, again, not the worst mock draft ever, just the most chaotic. So can't just do that. What would be something that would just create so much chaos and you could legitimately see it happening? How about like Devontae Wyatt going there? Again, really good player, just makes their defensive line just absurdly good. They don't need it whatsoever, but maybe something like that. The New England Patriots, well, for them, it's just Jameson Williams, just because that's chaos for everyone else. We don't want to see the Patriots have a great wide receiver. That's not fun for us. We like to see the Patriots bad, right? Patriots are the villains of the NFL. So there you go. Number 22, and I'm joking. I don't really hate the Patriots or anything like that. Number 22, the Packers. Again, a lot of ways you could go to make this one funny, right? Obviously, the quarterback stuff, draft another running back, draft a tight end, all that stuff. But there's just no chance that any of that would happen. What would actually like have a possibility of happening? Again, I just don't see. I guess the one thing I would say is like they don't go wide receiver right away. It's like Bernard Raymond. That would create a lot of discussion to be had. Number 23, the Arizona Cardinals here. So what do they could go? I just don't see any way they're not going Tyler Linderbaum. There's no chaos there, but that's what's going to happen. Okay, so for the Dallas Cowboys, couple of ways I could go. Do they get a wide receiver? You know what? I think Jordan Davis being for the Cowboys would just be like such like a Cowboys move that I'll draft him here at 24. 25, the Buffalo Bills. I think them getting Chris Olave would make everyone freak out because him with Josh Allen, that would be incredible. Number 26, the Tennessee Titans here. Where do the Titans go? I mean, realistically, again, I think they go edge rusher here. I think that's what they do. But is that chaotic? Is there a more realistic? I think so. I think you could argue the chaos here with like David Ajabo, or do they like reach? I could see someone like reaching on an edge rusher perhaps at this spot. So maybe that's their chaos, is they don't get the like consensus those guys, but like Nick Benito, right? That would be a very chaotic. Like, okay, they drafted a guy who some people are really high on, but most people have a second round grade on. Something like that would be chaotic. And then for Tampa Bay, I could have them draft quarterback again, like they did with Kyle Trask last year. Don't think they do that. So what is the next? Is there a wide receiver? That would be, yeah, that's it. I mean, right? They wouldn't draft Traylon Burks, but they might draft Traylon. Okay, we'll do that. Well, Traylon Burks to Tampa Bay. That would definitely be chaotic, I think. Number 28. So then let's go. Would Nakobe Dean be the guy? Because that's what we're doing, right? Is they're not drafting a wide receiver. That's the intrigue. Maybe they don't really need safety. I know that I've seen Lewis Hine get put there, but I don't think that happens. I think they go edge rusher, maybe like a Jermaine Johnson, who some people are really high on. So that would create a lot of interesting stuff there. The Chiefs. What is the Chiefs all chaos move? It's weird because like what can they really do? Like they have like a couple of things that they're definitely not going to touch. Like they're not going to get a quarterback, and then they have a couple of positions where like a lot of positions they could just use. So is their selection just like getting good players? I don't know what their chaotic move is. This is a tough one. I don't really see. Maybe they just go 2 wide receivers and I do the whole like oh no, what's going to happen here? The issue is like I don't think people would be that concerned about that, or maybe that is the chaos of like them reaching on a wide receiver. So I guess we'll do that. 2 wide receivers for the Kansas City Chiefs, and then for the Cincinnati Bengals. What would they do here? I think they would probably go Zion Johnson, right? What's the most chaotic thing for them to do here? Maybe I don't know. Could we see like a running back go here? No, they wouldn't draft a running back. They would draft Zion Johnson again. A couple of these you have to just pick the obvious one because like there's no way they would do something different. So Lions here. Who did the Lions draft number 2 overall again? That was Aiden Hutchinson. So they could still use another. Maybe they just. That's it. Is they just have a good draft. That's their chaos draft of getting like the Kobe Dean and having a good draft, which is not something that the Lions have had a couple of good drafts now in a row, if that would be the case. Or they could go like Carson Strong, and we have 6 first-round quarterbacks. I'll just say their chaotic draft is they have a good draft, which is very unlike the Lions. So, all right, all chaos draft. It was fun. I had a good time with it. Not really something that I think we learned much from, but hey, these things are fun. Trayvon Walker, Aiden Hutchinson, Malik Willis. I'm not going to go through each of these, but these are the list once again. If this happened, I mean, I would just have content for months. Please let this happen. This would be incredible. Would be a big fan of this all chaos draft. So yeah, that's the draft. What did you guys think of the all chaos draft? Let me know in the comments below. Always love hearing from you. And of course, as always, thanks for watching.